Hey, photography enthusiasts! Today we're delving into the top full-frame cameras of 2024 with our ultimate guide. These powerhouse cameras offer exceptional image quality, advanced features, and versatility for capturing stunning moments. Let's explore the best full-frame cameras that will elevate your photography to new heights. Best overall, Sony Alpha 7 IV. The next all-rounder in Sony's full-frame mirrorless camera lineup, the successor to the acclaimed A7 III, has huge shoes to fill. Fortunately, the A7 IV grabs the baton and sprints away with it. The A7 IV is a genuine hybrid workhorse, including a crisper 33 megapixel sensor, a powerful Bionz XR engine, and improved video capabilities, including support for 10-bit film. It also has an enhanced viewfinder, a new vari-angle touchscreen, and a large 828-shot buffer for CFexpress cards. As is frequently the case, such freedom comes at a cost. There is a significant crop on 4K video, and it is not the easiest camera to use. Because of the price rise, it no longer has the same entry-level appeal as its predecessor, and rivals, such as the Canon EOS R6, offer quicker burst shooting speeds. Yet Sony's class-leading focusing capabilities more than compensate for this. Overall, the Sony A7 IV is a good successor to the A7 III. It's a very adaptable alternative that may be the only camera most people ever need. Best advanced option, Nikon Z8. Of course, as a stacked mirrorless camera, the Z8 has an EVF and a completely electronic shutter, as opposed to the D850's pentaprism and mechanical focal plane shutter. However, the body size and style are somewhat similar. The Z8, like its predecessors, is designed for indoor and outdoor use, featuring a durable magnesium alloy chassis that is dust and splash-proof. To choose between program, aperture, shutter, and manual exposure modes on the Z8, use the mode button rather than the dial. It is located on the left side of the top plate, in a cluster beside the drive, bracket, BKT, and white balance WB buttons. These 4 buttons are illuminated, which is useful for studio sessions and events in low-light environments. Nikon replaces the mode dial with a huge monochrome information display. This lighted display indicates all of your exposure settings, current focus mode, and remaining battery life. Best for photography, Canon EOS R5. There is a lot to admire about the Canon EOS R5. In fact, we believe there has never been a finer Canon camera for people who capture a variety of still images. We've spent a lot of time with the EOS R5 since its release, and our testing have repeatedly shown that it has excellent image quality, very remarkable focusing, and a good battery life. We particularly love the body design, which blends a snappy touchscreen with an excellent electronic viewfinder. It may have the attention-grabbing feature of 8K video, but the picture is a little less clear for videographers. The EOS R5's overheating limits are likely to deter users who take long clips. We tested the EOS R5's current firmware, however, and received no overheating warnings when shooting a short clip at 32-degree temps, indicating that it is a highly good video camera for most users. Canon obviously went all out with the EOS R5, and it's almost the ideal Canon camera for hybrid shooters. That comes at a premium cost, but if you like the brand, it may be worth it. Best value, Nikon Z5. The Z5 is Nikon's entry-level full-frame mirrorless camera, and despite its modest specifications, we think it's a great value. Rather than beginning from scratch, Nikon's design for the Z5 is nearly identical to that of the original Z6. The most visible difference on the body from the Z6 is the addition of a more beginner-friendly mode dial in favor of the LCD top plate display, which we don't dislike because it matches the user demographic for this camera. The Z5 also shares most of the technology found within the Z6, with the sensor being the most visible change. The resolution is the same, but the Z6 has a back-illuminated chip, and the photos from the two are extremely comparable, with the Z6 having the advantage at higher ISOs. We found the 4K video to be a little limited with a 1.7x crop, and the burst shooting speed to be a modest 4.5 FPS. But the Z5 outperforms budget rivals like the Canon EOS RP and Sony Alpha A7 II, and steady price drops have made it a very appealing buy, even when compared to cheaper APS-C models like the Z50 and ZFC. Best under $1,000. Sony A7 II. The Sony A7 III is an unusual beast, eroding not just the established DSLR owner market, but also cannibalizing sales of Sony's more costly products. So, what makes the Sony A7 III so good? Let's start with the sensor, which is at the core of every full-frame camera. Sony develops fantastic camera sensors, which are so outstanding that other camera makers, such as Nikon, incorporate them in their cameras. It has a 24.2 MP back-illuminated sensor, which improves low-light performance. 24.2 MP appears to be the ideal middle ground for most photographers, providing detailed photos that may be blown up or cropped, but not so huge as to impede down post-production workflows. The Sony A7 III has class-leading autofocus capabilities. The Sony A7 III, based on the Sony A9, has the same speed, accuracy, and tracking capability as its bigger sibling at a quarter of the cost. And with that, we come to an end. We hope you found a great pair that fit your demands and price range. All of these product links are included in the description below. Check it out to get the greatest deals on Amazon. Until then, bye. We'll see you in the next.